Hey, wonderful parents. Welcome back. And if you're dealing with meltdowns, big emotions, or an overstimulated child who just can't seem to settle down, this video is for you. Today, we're talking about calming activities that actually work. These are sensory regulation techniques and calming strategies that help children reset their nervous systems when they're feeling overwhelmed. And the best part? You can do every single one of these with things you already have at home. If this sounds like something you need, hit that subscribe button and let's help our kids find their calm together. Section 1. Deep breathing with bubbles. Let's start with one of the most powerful calming tools, breath work. But here's the thing. Telling an upset child to just breathe usually doesn't work. They need something concrete to focus on. Enter bubbles. Bubble breathing is a game changer for emotional regulation. Hand your child a bottle of bubbles and ask them to blow slowly and steadily to make the biggest bubble possible. This naturally slows their breathing, which activates their parasympathetic nervous system. That's the body's natural calming system. The beautiful thing about bubble breathing is that it gives kids something to do with their hands and a visual goal to focus on. They're not just breathing, they're creating something beautiful. And as their breathing slows, their heart rate decreases and their whole body starts to calm down. Keep a bottle of bubbles in your calm down corner, in the car, or even in your purse for public meltdowns. This simple tool can prevent full-blown tantrums and teach kids a lifelong coping skill. For kids who don't like bubbles, you can use a pinwheel or have them blow on a feather. Same calming effect. Section 2. Sensory bins for grounding. When kids are overwhelmed, they need grounding activities that bring them back to the present moment. Sensory bins are perfect for this. Create a calm-down sensory bin using rice, dried beans, or kinetic sand. Add small toys, scoops, and containers. The repetitive motion of scooping, pouring, and touching different textures provides proprioceptive input. That's the body sense that helps us feel organized and calm. Here's why this works. When children are overstimulated, their sensory systems are in overdrive. Focused sensory play helps regulate that system. The repetitive movements are soothing, and the focus required helps redirect racing thoughts. I keep a sensory bin in our calm down space, and my kids naturally gravitate to it when they're feeling big emotions. No words needed, just quiet, focused play that helps them reset. Pro tip: add a few drops of lavender essential oil to your rice or sand for extra calming benefits. Just make sure your child doesn't have sensitivities to scents first. Section 3. Heavy work activities. One surprises a lot of parents, but physical work is incredibly calming for overstimulated children. Heavy work activities provide deep pressure input that organizes the nervous system. What does heavy work look like? Pushing a laundry basket full of books across the room, carrying grocery bags inside, doing wall push-ups, playing tug-of-war with a towel, even rearranging furniture in their room. When kids engage their muscles with resistance activities, their bodies release calming neurochemicals. It's like a reset button for their nervous system. This is especially helpful for kids with ADHD or sensory processing challenges, but honestly, all kids benefit from it. Next time your child is bouncing off the walls, instead of saying, "Calm down," try saying, "Can you help me move these heavy books?" Or, "Let's do 10 wall push-ups together." You're giving them a physical outlet that actually calms their brain. Other heavy work ideas: wheelbarrow walks, animal walks like bear crawls, or even making sandwich squishes where you press them gently between couch cushions. Kids love it, and it works. Section 4. Water play for soothing. Water is naturally calming. There's actual science behind why bath time often settles kids down. Water provides sensory input that's organizing and soothing. You don't need a full bath for water play benefits. Set up a small basin with warm water and let your child wash their toys, wash dishes from their play kitchen, or simply pour water between containers. The temperature, the sound, and the repetitive motion all work together to calm an overstimulated nervous system. I keep a small plastic tub under our bathroom sink specifically for these moments. When my child is overwhelmed, we fill it with warm water, add a few drops of dish soap for bubbles, and they spend 10 minutes just playing and resetting. The key is warm water. It's more calming than cold. And if you can, Do this activity in a quiet space with minimal distractions. The combination of sensory input and reduced stimulation helps kids regulate beautifully. For older kids, even washing their hands with warm water and soap for a full minute can provide a quick sensory reset during overwhelming moments. Section 5. Play-Doh squeezing and molding. Play-Doh isn't just for creativity, it's a powerful tool for emotional regulation. The act of squeezing, rolling, and manipulating Play-Doh provides both sensory input and a physical outlet for big feelings. When kids squeeze Play-Doh, they're engaging hand muscles that connect to calming pressure points. They're also focusing their attention on something tactile, which redirects anxious or racing thoughts. Plus, there's no right or wrong way to use Play-Doh, which removes performance pressure. Keep Play-Doh in your calm down toolkit, and when your child is upset, hand it to them without a lot of talking. Let them squeeze it, pound it, roll it, whatever they need. Often, as they work the Play-Doh, they'll start talking about what's bothering them naturally. You can even make this therapeutic by asking them to squeeze the Play-Doh every time they take a deep breath. It gives them something physical to do while practicing breathing exercises. Bonus, making homemade Play-Doh together can also be a calming, connecting activity. The measuring, mixing, and kneading are all organizing sensory experiences. Section 6, Quiet Reading Corner. Sometimes overstimulated kids just need to withdraw from stimulation entirely. Creating a cozy reading corner gives them a calm space to retreat to. You don't need anything fancy, just a quiet corner with pillows, blankets, and some favorite books. The key is making it feel safe, enclosed, and separate from the busy household. Some kids love reading tents, or even a blanket fort that creates a little cave. When kids retreat to a calm space with a book, they're self-regulating beautifully. They're removing themselves from overwhelming stimuli, engaging in a quiet activity, and giving their nervous system time to settle. This is actually a very mature coping skill. Never use the calm corner as punishment. This should be a positive, safe space they choose to go to when they need a break. My kids call theirs the cozy corner, and they go there voluntarily when they're feeling overwhelmed. Add a small basket with a few stuffed animals, some books at their reading level, and maybe a small fidget toy. This becomes their personal regulation station. Section 7. Slow music and movement. Music therapy is real, and you don't need a therapist to use it at home. Slow, rhythmic music naturally slows heart rate and breathing. When your child is overstimulated, put on slow instrumental music, classical, nature sounds, or gentle kids' meditation music. Then encourage slow movement to match the music, swaying, gentle dancing, or even just rocking back and forth. The combination of auditory input and slow movement provides organizing sensory input. Your child's body will naturally start to match the slow rhythm, which calms their nervous system. We have a calm down playlist saved on our phone for exactly these moments. When emotions are high, we put it on and I model slow swaying. My kids usually join me, and within a few minutes, everyone's breathing has slowed and the energy has shifted. You can also try guided children's meditation or yoga videos. There are amazing free resources on YouTube specifically designed for kids' emotional regulation. The key is making the movement slow and rhythmic, not energetic or stimulating. Section 8. Coloring and drawing. Here's something you probably already have. Crayons and paper. Coloring and drawing are incredibly therapeutic for children. The repetitive motion of coloring is calming. The focus it requires redirects anxious thoughts, and the creative expression gives kids a non-verbal way to process big emotions. All of this supports emotional regulation and stress relief. Keep a basket of coloring supplies in your calm down area. When your child is overwhelmed, offer paper and crayons without a lot of instructions. Just let them draw or color whatever they feel. Some kids love coloring books because the structure is soothing. Other kids need blank paper to freely express what they're feeling. Offer both and let them choose. There are even coloring books specifically designed for emotional regulation, with patterns, mandalas, and calming designs. But honestly, even a basic coloring book works beautifully. The goal isn't to create beautiful art, it's to provide a calming, focused activity that helps their nervous system reset. So resist the urge to correct or instruct. Just let them color and be. Section 9. The sandwich game is a favorite in our house. Your child lies down, and you gently press pillows on either side of them like they're the filling in a sandwich. The deep pressure is organizing and calming. Many kids will ask to stay there for several minutes. You can also do pizza, where you gently roll a yoga ball over their back like a rolling pin, or burrito, where you roll them snugly in a blanket. These games provide proprioceptive input that calms the nervous system. Other deep pressure activities, tight hugs, weighted blankets, or even having them push against a wall as hard as they can for 10 seconds. The key is firm, even pressure that provides organizing sensory input. Some kids seek this out naturally. They're the ones always asking for tight hugs or crawling under couch cushions. That's their body telling them what it needs to regulate. Always ask for consent before providing deep pressure and watch their cues. If they seem uncomfortable, stop immediately. But most kids find this incredibly soothing. Section 10. Simple sorting and organizing. This one might surprise you, but organizing activities are very calming for many children. The predictability, the clear beginning and end, and the sense of control all support emotional regulation. Give your overwhelmed child a simple sorting task. Organize the toy cars by color, sort the blocks by size, arrange the books on the shelf, or organize a drawer of art supplies. The focused, repetitive activity is soothing, and the sense of accomplishment boosts mood. My kids naturally gravitate toward organizing activities when they're anxious or overstimulated. They'll suddenly decide to reorganize their stuffed animals or sort their Lego bricks. I've learned not to interrupt. It's their way of regulating. The key is keeping the task simple and achievable. This isn't about teaching them to clean. It's about giving them a calming, focused activity that feels manageable when everything else feels chaotic. You can also use this proactively. You seem overwhelmed. Want to help me sort these buttons while we talk about it? The sorting gives their hands something to do while processing emotions. Okay, parents, let's talk about making these calming strategies actually work in real life. First, create a designated calm-down space in your home. It doesn't need to be big, just a corner with some cushions, a basket of calming tools, and minimal visual stimulation. When kids know where to go when they're overwhelmed, they're more likely to use these strategies independently. Second, introduce these activities when your child is calm, not in the middle of a meltdown. Practice bubble breathing on a good day. Play with the sensory bin when they're happy. This way, when they're upset, these tools feel familiar and comforting. Third, model regulation yourself. When you're stressed, narrate what you're doing. I'm feeling overwhelmed, so I'm going to take some deep breaths. Kids learn emotional regulation by watching us. Fourth, every child is different. What calms one kid might energize another. Pay attention to what works for your specific child and create your personal calm-down toolkit based on their needs. And finally, be patient. Learning to self-regulate takes time. Your 3-year-old won't master this overnight. But with consistent practice and support, these skills will grow. All right, parents, we've covered 10 powerful calming activities you can do at home. Bubble breathing, sensory bins, heavy work, water play, Play-Doh, reading corners, music and movement, coloring, deep pressure games, and organizing activities. Every single one of these helps overstimulated children regulate their nervous systems, process big emotions, and find calm. And you don't need expensive therapy equipment, just simple household items and your patient presence. Remember, the goal isn't to stop your child from ever feeling big emotions. Emotions are healthy and normal. The goal is to give them tools to manage those emotions in healthy ways. These calming strategies are life skills that will serve them forever. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with another parent who might need these strategies. I'd love to hear in the comments, which calming activity does your child respond to best? What works in your family? Don't forget to subscribe to and hit that bell for more practical parenting tips, calming activities for kids, and positive discipline strategies that actually work. Check the description for links to my other videos on managing tantrums and building emotional intelligence in children. Thanks for watching, amazing parents. Remember, calm parents raise calm kids, so take care of yourself too. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.